When the zombie apocalypse came, everyone raided gun stores. Except you. You raided a medieval armory and now, armed with full plate armor and a long sword, you will take back your home. I have to weigh about half a ton, I'm hot, I can't scratch anywhere, and I am just about certain there's a chipmunk in my greaves, but there are few things more satisfying than a raving, staggering undead chomping down on tempered steel. You hungry, buddy? Munch on some chainmail, dead brain. Then I swing old Krasamir around and lop their head off. That's what I call my huge sword. I'm a big nerd, but I am also a big nerd. Every gun store I've seen has been a horror show. Well, everything is a horror show now, but I mean there are piles of bodies, and most of them killed each other from what I can tell. They're all cleared out of guns, not that I care. I'll tell you one thing, this whole time, I ain't had to reload Krasamir once. This shit started in Atlanta, near as anyone could tell. I knew before most it was coming here to Massachusetts, coming everywhere. Hopped in the van and headed for the art museum in Worcester. Broke in at 3 in the morning, hauled out everything I could find that might fit. They called the cops, can you believe it? I mean, nobody came, but they called. I could hear the security guard on the phone. Idiots. They took my home. Not the zombies, the gun nuts. We had a decent little spread outside of Bolton. It was my father-in-law Jerry's place, before he passed. I married into it, but it sure felt like home. Or it did till the prepper maniacs showed up, throwing bullets around like they were trying to set a world record for stupid. We had a big iron fence, mainly to discourage bears, according to Jerry, and that drew them like flies. All we had was Jerry's old hunting rifle, which didn't do much against 3 pickup trucks full of doomers. We lit out for the territories, Maisie and me, and took to living in a tiny cabin out south of Douglas State Park. I made raids, we started planting, hunting, and trapping. We get by. But they took my goddamn home. Till today, that is. I've spent some time watching, and there's only 2 of them left. The iron fences are bent under the weight of the dead, held up with sticks and baling wire. Dipshit 1 and Dipshit 2 are about to get a surprise today. They never put a chain on the gate. 5 months, and they just left it with the regular gate lock. I have a key, you dimwit assholes. I just stroll up, bold as brass but stronger. Well, now, stroll is not accurate. Lumber up, I guess. Clanking and sweating, I cleave my way through a small army of the dead, and unlock the gate. A few of them nibble on me for a minute, then shamble off toward the main house. A gunshot rings out. I am leaning on the big stone pillar to the right of the driveway, trying to scratch my forearm with a dagger without stabbing myself. Another shot. They don't seem to be rattling off semi-auto fire now. Wonder why that is? Part 2 is about to swing into action, I hope. And there it is. Maisie, bless her adventurous heart, has launched a string of firecrackers into the backyard. Both dipshits are yelling like crazy in there, and shot after shot rings out. She's not quite so heavily armored as I am, but goddamn she can fight, so I'm not too worried. I wait a while. Maisie comes trotting up eventually, and we share a drink out of her canteen. Half an hour since we heard a shot, and the moaning of the putrid dead still goes on. Well, Mark, they're either dead or out of ammo in there, she says, tucking stray hairs into her helmet. Yup. I lumber off, through the gates and up to the door. It seems so weirdly ordinary, but I fuddle around in a bag for the house key and let myself in. I don't want to enter through the boarded up windows like the dead. There's a fresh cannibal buffet staining the area rug Aunt Marge gave us, and it looks like the dipshit twins are the main course. I check every room anyhow, Krasamiring a few dead brains along the way. Just for the hell of it, I go out back and ring the dinner bell. Maisie comes, and we clear the backyard together. Gonna be a job of work, getting this place fixed up again, Maisie. Yup. Tomorrow. Let's get some sleep.